Hey, okay, tier from Normal Minecart. Yeah, new tier list video. It's been like a while since I've done that. Now, before I go on, let me explain some rules. Rule 1. The Ultrazord must be made up of Zords that were previously introduced in the season. It can't be any new Zords that were just revealed or something. Like, for example, Gal Ranger / Wild Force. They introduced a new group of Zords that combine in what's called the Ultra in what they call their Ultrazord. That doesn't count. It has to include previous Zords. I know that part may sound confusing. Second thing. Any show or not show, any season of Super Sentai Power Rangers that don't include Ultrazords, yeah, they're not on the list. So yeah. And finally, a reason why an Ultrazord would get a low ranking depends on how many Zords they use for the Ultrazord combination. So, anyways, now that I've got that over with, yeah, time to get in this. And also, I'm going to try to go in order of when these seasons came out, so if I kind of mess up the order, I am sorry. So yeah, first one we have is Live Man. Now, Live Man is actually one of the older Super Sentai seasons that I still need to watch, actually, so there's there's that. Honestly, I like the design of this. Honestly, the color scheme reminds me of one of the combinations for the Go-Onger / RPM Megazord, so I like that. So it goes in A tier. It's not too crazy like some of the other Ultrazords, but you know, it's nice. It's nice. It's pretty cool. Let's see. Next we have. Wait, let me take a look. I'm just looking. Turbo Ranger. Next up we have Turbo Ranger, which it's fine. It's not. It doesn't have that much color to it, in my opinion. But you know, it looks fine. But no hating. But you know, I'm just saying. Let's see. Next up we have. Okay. Next up is the 5-man Ultrazord, and this one, this one is a big boy. Like, holy crap. This is a combination of the other Zords and one giant base. Like, that's awesome. So, yeah, S tier. Let's see. Next up, we have... Hold on. Wait, hold on. I'm just looking. Over here. Yeah, don't look it. Yeah, don't mind me. I'm just looking. Where is it? Is it called? Oh yeah, Jetman. Then we have the Jetman Ultrazord, which Jetman was actually the season before the season that would be adapted in the first season of Power Rangers. And honestly, you know, it looks good. It looks pretty decent. I like it. Let's see. Then, actually, speaking of the season before, the season that got adapted into Power Rangers, we have we have Zayu Ranger. Which, if I say anything wrong, I am sorry. So yeah, this is a classic, but also a fun fact. In the Sentai version of the show that would be adapted into the first season of Power Rangers, apparently this is Jesus. I'm not joking. According to Super Sentai lore, this combination is Jesus. I'm not joking, I'm serious. But because of that, S tier. That's awesome. Next we have. Wait, hold on, let me check. Let me check. Die Ranger, which was the season that came after Zoo Ranger or Zayu Ranger. I'm saying it like that because there was another Sentai called Zoo Ranger or something. But yeah, this one's called Die Ranger. This one wasn't really adapted. It was only like the 6th Ranger, aka the white suit, that was adapted in the Power Rangers. Honestly, it's a pretty cool combination, so A tier. Next up we have is O Ranger. Now, I couldn't really find a pyramid combination, which, I'm sorry, I really am. But yeah, this one, the Yeah, B tier. Sorry, I'm not really a huge fan of it. I'm sorry, but yeah. Yeah. So skipping some seasons. Sorry. Let's see. Hold on. Hold on. Just need to get back in order. Okay. Oh yeah. Next one is Hurricaneger, or if us Americans know as Power Rangers Ninja Storm. Now, honestly, I really do like the Ninja Storm slash Hurricaneger Zords. I honestly still need to try and get them. Maybe one day they'll like give us some like good mini plot ones. So yeah, I really like this, and I really do like the Ultrazord as well. It combines it combines all the Zords, and it's awesome. It's cool. So yeah, A tier. Let's see, what came after? Oh yeah, Abba Ranger. Which again, if I accidentally say something wrong or say something in the wrong way, I am sorry. Now, this one again, it doesn't really combine all of them, so B tier. Next up, we have Deca Ranger, which again, it doesn't combine all of them, but I will put it in A tier because I really do like the Deca Ranger theme that plays. That song has been stuck in my head for a good while. Let's see. Yeah, skipping Madra Ranger doesn't really have a. Yeah, doesn't have one. Next is Bowkinger, which. Oh, yes, I love it when like the Zords are vehicles and they all combine into an Ultra Zord because it just I don't know why it just looks so cool. It's cool, but I'm gonna have to put it at 8 here because it does not combine with the 6 Rangers Megazords. So yeah. Actually, I should mention that. Yeah, that is also a qualification to a Ultra Zord getting a low ranking if it doesn't combine with the 6 Rangers Megazord. Because usually for an Ultra Zord, it combines like the Zords of the main team and the Zords of the 6th Ranger, or the other bonus Rangers. So yeah, next up is what us Americans know as Jungle Fury. And yeah, see, it doesn't really combine that much. I'm sorry. It doesn't really combine that much with the Zords. Next one we have is Go Onger, or what I know as, or any of us Americans know as RPM. This one, oh, this one is peak Ultrazord performance. Peak Ultrazord right here. It goes in S. It is amazing. And right after that is another S tier in the form of the Shinkinger, or what I know as the Samurai / Super Samurai Ultrazord. Again, it does the whole thing of combining all of the Zords, and it looks incredible. I really do need to rebuy the toys, but kind of expensive on the aftermarket. Maybe I could find some, I don't know, maybe, yeah, maybe mini paw. But yeah, S tier. Next up we have the Gosei Ultrazord, which no, again, it doesn't combine all. There's still one, but still, it looks pretty cool. So it's going in A tier. Let's see. Next up is Gokaiger. Again, it looks cool. Its right hand is a drill, and its left hand is a giant masturbation hand. I mean, giant cannon hand. But again, it only takes parts from some of the other Zords slash Megazords, so B tier. So yeah, if there's any Super Sentai slash Power Ranger fans watching this, please don't kill me over this. Please. I beg of you. But yeah. Next up is Go Busters. Now this one actually wasn't adapted into Beast Morphers, which is a real shame because it looks cool. So yeah, same reason for yeah, same reason for Gokaiger. Yeah, it takes parts from some of them. So yeah, but still pretty cool. Next up is Caillou Ranger. Again, if I get or not that again, if I get any name wrong, I am sorry. This one, yeah, Dinosaur one. Again, it looks cool, but again, it doesn't combine all of the Zords, so it goes in B. Yeah. Next up is the Tokyuger Ultrazord, which I really do like Tokyuger. It's a shame that it never got adapted. It's never going to, considering, Power Rangers is done with adaptations. But, yeah. Honestly, I quite like the, Tokyuger Ultrazord, especially since, it's freaking huge, so, S tier. Next up, we have the Ninja Ultrazord. Honestly, it's nice, but again, it doesn't combine the main Megazord, though, so A tier. But still, it's pretty cool. Okay, next up we have the Minecraft Ultrazord, I mean the Zoo Ranger Ultrazord, which, it's blocky, it's cool, but sadly it's missing out on one Zord, which is this Octopus Zord, but still, it's cool, it goes in A tier. Next up we have Q Ranger. I don't know how to, or yeah, Q Ranger. Next is the Q Ranger Ultrazord, and again, it looks so cool. It combines all of the Zords. I love Q Ranger, and I'm really upset that they didn't adapt this in the last Power Rangers season as the Ultrazord. So yeah. Next up, we have the Lupin Ranger versus Power Ranger Ultrazord. Again, it looks so cool, and it's freaking stacked, man. It looks great, so, S tier. And next, we have the Ryu Soldier Ultrazord. Yeah, as you can see, it's only a combination of 3 Zords, so it doesn't really feel like an Ultrazord. It just feels like a basic extra combination, so this D. But this combination, oh, let me tell you, this combination is, it was made by this YouTuber. I highly recommend subscribing to them, and because of that, S tier. This is awesome. It meets all of the requirements, and let me tell you, oh, it is amazing. Okay, sorry, I was just getting excited. Okay, next up we have the Zenkaiger Ultrazord. Which again, it looks cool, but again, it's missing the qualification of combining with the 6 Rangers Ultrazord. So, yeah, there it goes. Next up is the Dawn Brothers Ultrazord, which, again, it does the job of combining all of the Zords. It looks great. It looks even up and epic, and I love it. So yeah. And also it also has a lot of gold on it, so yeah, A tier. And finally, we have the most recent Ultrazord, which is the one from King Oger. So yeah, it's a combination of 20 Zords, which is all of the like if you're not counting like the black and gold versions of the main 5 Zords, this is essentially like all the Zords combined, and it's awesome. And bonus part, it takes 20 people to control it, which makes sense because of how powerful it is, and it's awesome. So yes, S tier. Oh man, and yes, I know there are 2 or 3 entries that are added to S tier because of bias. So yeah. So yeah, that was my Ultrazord tier list. Obviously, I'm gonna have this on tier list maker. So if you want to make your own version, be my guest. So yeah. So anyways, that was it for this video. Make sure you all subscribe and like for more, and I'll see you all later. Peace out, home guards, and goodbye.